Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I really appreciate it. Today's practice, I was in the mood just to kind of have some fun and rock it out. One of the main things that I'm always focusing on, regardless of the style or type of practice that I'm teaching or doing myself, is I'm always looking to transform in some way. And one of the things that is important to remember when we're seeking transformation, or we're seeking change, is there are two main ingredients. One is time, and one is repetition. Okay, and both of those things will challenge us. So today we're going to put them into practice, and we're going to have fun in the process. So whenever possible, laugh. It makes the journey easier and lighter. Let's do it. Sit up tall, take your shoulders back, and just close your eyes. As you close your eyes, you start to just tune in to the state of your body as it is right now. And as you start to tune in, you become more sensitive to your needs and the direction in which you want and need to make the change or the shift or the transformation. And it's important to recognize that regardless of our vision, it's going to take time. So be sweet with yourself in the process. Honor the work that you are doing. And just take it one moment, one step, one breath at a time. Bring your hands to prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. As you bring the hands to prayer pose, you're making a very sweet physical connection to your heart space. And ultimately, the connection of the heart is the most important thing. And every transformation that we are making is hopefully guiding us closer to that light source inside of us. We're going to chant Om from that very space. Take a deep inhale. Om. Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands, lift your head, open your eyes. After I chant Om, I sometimes visualize like explosions, like there should be some kind of dramatic entrance after that. So, but we don't have that, so we work with what we have. Come to standing at the front of your mat, Tadasana. Move all of your yogic accessories to the side. Forgot I put them there. Okay. Actually, for this first one, let's start with the feet hip distance apart. Take the arms overhead, reach for the ceiling, just take a nice, sweet stretch. We're going to bend the elbows, turn the palms forward, and hook the thumbs. So I'm just going to show you so you can see what I'm doing. When we hook the thumbs, you can pull the thumbs, actually feel like you're pulling the thumbs apart, and then use that power to draw the shoulder blades closer together. We're going to keep the elbows bent, and we're going to lean to the right. Keep the thumbs connected. We're going to stretch the arms out towards the right. And then this is a little variation of this. We're going to turn the belly and chest towards the floor. And then we're going to bring it around to the left. As we bring it around to the left, bend the elbows. Open the heart. Oh, that feels amazing. And then we're going to stretch it to the left. Rotate the chest and belly towards the floor, and you're going to really balloon the back body. Swoop it over to the right. Bend the elbows as it comes across. Good. One more time like that. Stretch it out to the side. Whoa. Round the back big time. Wow, I could feel that right between my shoulder blades. Bend the elbows as it comes around. Good. Last time. Take it out to the left. I know I said last time, but this is the last time this time. I'm in a funky mood today. What can I say? Bend the elbows as it comes around. Good. Bring it up towards center. Keep the thumbs connected. Open the chest. We're going to lean back just a little bit. Ground to your legs and use that grounding to open the chest. And then we're going to stretch the arms long. Remember, it's time and repetition. So right here, we're just going to hang out. You don't have to go so deep. Just allow the time to make the change. Allow the time to make the shift. Open the chest with your breath. And then just notice how each sequential breath takes you a little deeper into your own physical experience. Bring the hands to prayer pose and fold in. As you fold in, release the back of the neck. Bend the knees if you need to touch the fingertips. But once the fingers touch, make your legs strong, make your legs straight. And every so often, you'll see me do that a lot. I just move my head around. What I'm doing is I'm checking in to make sure that there's no tension between my shoulders and my neck. On the next inhale, lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest. Rise, release your hands. Float the arms forward and up, turn the palms face forward, bend the elbows, and hook your thumbs. Open the chest, ground through the legs, and then stretch the arms long. And I'm putting just a little bit of pressure constantly against the thumbs. And I'm actually seeing if I can maintain that kind of pressure. Open the heart. Check my neck. On the exhale, hands in prayer and fold in. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and step to plank pose. So as we step back, hands shoulder distance apart, actually slightly wider than shoulder. You don't have to be over dramatic about it. Just a little bit wider. I look back at my toes, make sure that my feet are in line with the hip joint. Open through the chest. And we're going to lower nice and sweetly to the floor. Yeah. Point the toes straight back. See how when I lower down, my shoulders are still back? That's what we want to work on. Press the feet into the floor. Lift the chest up and forward. Reset your feet, push your hips back, downward facing dog. You'll see me do this a lot in my videos, is bending the knees in these first sets of down dogs and lifting the sitting bones towards the ceiling. Then stretch the legs straight. I really like that because it gets into the back, lower back. My back generally is quite tight. My hips are quite tight. My hamstrings are quite tight. My shoulders are quite tight. Sometimes my mind is quite tight. You gotta do what you can, you know? Step forward to meet your hands, Uttanasana, forward fold, feet hip distance apart. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips, take your shoulders back with an open chest, rise. Float the arms forward, take the arms overhead, turn the palms face forward, bend the elbows, hook the thumbs. We're gonna lean back sweetly, open the chest, and then stretch your hands. Keeping the thumbs connected, stretch out through your fingertips. Take a full breath into the heart. With the exhale, bring your hands to prayer pose and fold in. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and step to plank pose. As soon as we step back, set the feet hip distance apart, strong arms, strong legs, open the heart, and we're going to lower nice and slow to the floor. Once the hips are on the floor, see how the shoulders stay back again? Open the chest. And we're going to tap into the power of the arms to bring the chest forward and into full expression. Reset the feet, push the hips back, downward facing dog. You can again bend the knees, lift the sitting bones from the back of the heart, push the floor away, then stretch the legs straight. Step forward to meet your hands, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, Ardha Uttanasana, half stretch, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise. Same breath, float the arms overhead, turn the palms forward, hook the thumbs, open, and stretch. Bring your hands to heart center as you fold forward to touch the ground. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, and step to plank pose. We're going to start to pick up the tempo a little bit to increase the heat of the body. Lower halfway down chaturanga. Untuck the feet, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, push it back. Feet together, the same bend in the knees that we've been doing. Look forward, hop or step, Uttanasana. Feet together, lift and open the chest, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips, take your shoulders back, rise to stand. Take the arms overhead, this time palms come together, and you're using the power and connection towards center to get a full open stretch. Come back to center and touch the ground, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, step to plank pose. Strong arms, strong legs, lower down halfway. Untuck the feet, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Reset the feet, push your hips back, bring the feet together, bend the knees, look forward, lightly hop, Uttanasana. Whoa, that's lightness. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. If you missed it, you should rewind and watch that. It's badass. Take your hands to the hips, rise to stand, hands in prayer as they go overhead. Come back to center and touch the ground. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, step to plank pose. Lower down chaturanga, untuck the feet, straighten the arms, reset your feet, push it back, downward facing dog. Feet together, bend the knees, look forward, lightly hop. Ooh. Same breath, lift and open the chest and fold in. Inhale to rise, take your hands forward, hips, sides, hands together as they come overhead. Fold it into the heart, lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, step to plank pose. Strong arms and legs, open the chest, lower down chaturanga, untuck the feet, straighten the arms, downward facing dog. Bring the feet together, bend the knees, float, Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest and fold in. Inhale to rise, full stretch, hands come overhead, touch the palms and fold in. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, step to plank pose. Lower down chaturanga, untuck the feet, straighten the arms, and downward facing dog. Feet together, bend the knees, float, lift and open the chest, and fold in. Inhale to rise, bring the hands together, and fold at the heart. Lift and open, Ardha Uttanasana, and step back, plank pose. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. We got 100 more, we're almost there. Bend the knees and float. Whoa, lift and open the chest, half stretch and fold in. Inhale to rise, touch the hands and fold in. Remember, repetition is what makes the change. Lift and open the chest, bend the knees, place the hands, lightly float back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Bring the feet together, bend the knees, float. Same breath, Ardha Uttanasana. You can step forward too, you don't need to jump. Inhale to rise, touch the hands, and fold in. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. Bend the knees, place the hands, lightly float, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Feet together, bend the knees, float, lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, and fold in. Inhale to rise, bring the hands to touch, fold it in at the heart. We're on our last cycle. Lift and open the chest, bend the knees, place the hands, float, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Feet together, bend the knees, float, whoa, lift and open the chest, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips, rise to stand, and release your hands to your sides. So there's energy and heat, a fire that we have built inside of us through this first part of the practice. And we want to bring that fire, that energy into focus. So you start to visually guide that energy where you want it to go or where you need it to go. And wherever you're sending it, soften your heart around that experience. On the next inhale, float the arms overhead. Reach for the ceiling, hands in prayer pose. And then very sweetly fold the hands to the heart as you fold forward to touch the ground. On the next inhale, lift and open your chest. Half stretch forward. And we're going to step to downward facing dog. Nice, sweet, fluid breath. From the back of your heart, push the floor away and notice how it moves your hips. Becoming more aware of how the body parts interact. You're getting to know your instrument more intimately. And that intimacy is a level of intelligence that will help you through the process of transformation. Okay, look forward, step your right foot forward to meet your hands. Come onto fingertips, and then just pause. Now, when I pause here at my fingertips, what I'm doing is I'm just tuning into where my body is in space, okay? So the body has a natural intelligence, and I want to align with that intelligence. Front knee right over the ankle. Back toes pointing straight forward. On my fingertips, open heart. Okay. Rise, bring your hands to your hips. And we want to, when we make this transition, we actually want to maintain the intention of our alignment. Right? We've set it, we've put energy towards it. Now we've got to hold it. Take the arms overhead, full crescent. When the hands come overhead, bring the hands to prayer pose. If you need to bend the elbows slightly, no problem. Take a full inhale. Bring your hands to prayer pose at your heart center. And we're going to take the left elbow and just touch it to the outside of the right knee for a breath. Come back to center. Arms overhead. This burns the legs, I know. But not my problem. Bring your hands to prayer pose. We're going to touch, back to center, and back up. Bring the hands to the heart. Touch for 3. Back to center, back up. Bring the hands to the heart. Touch for 4. Back to center, back up. Last one, bring the hands to the heart. This is burning, I know. Touch for 5. Back to center, back up, and step to plank pose. Whoa! Yeah, that's tough. All of a sudden, come to plank, feels amazing. But it's an illusion. Right? After a little bit of time here, we start to crave that other thing. Shit, I wish I was in crescent right now. Crescent was so sweet. Downward facing dog. Move your head around, just make sure the neck is free. After you experience something really intense, your body will tend to hold tension in the weirdest places. I just had a visual, you know when you go to the beach and then you get home at the end of the day and you find sand in places you didn't know that sand can travel? Tension is the same thing. It embeds itself in hidden places. Come onto fingertips. Check the alignment, front knee over the front ankle. Do your best to get your left leg or your thigh bone parallel to the ground. If it's a struggle, don't worry about it. Back toes pointing forward, on your fingertips, open to your heart. Nice breath. Ah, that felt good. Rise, bring your hands to your hips. And you just steady yourself here. Make sure that you can hold this space. Anytime you need to take a break, you take a break. It's not a problem. Float the arms forward and up, hands in prayer pose as they go overhead. Bring the hands to the heart center. We're going to cross and touch. For 1, come back up, arms overhead. Bring the hands to the heart. Cross and touch. For 2, back to center, arms overhead. Bring the hands to the heart. Cross and touch. For 3. Back to center. Arms overhead. Bring the hands to the heart. Cross and touch for 4. Back to center. Arms overhead. Hands to the heart. Cross and touch for 5. Back to center. Whoa. Arms overhead. And release. Step to plank pose first. Okay? Strong arms, strong legs. Open the heart. Steady the gaze. Keep the body as still physically as you can. Internally, let the breath move. Downward facing dog. Okay, from downward facing dog, step the right foot forward. Come onto fingertips. Turn the back heel down and flat. We're just going to line the front heel with the arch of the back foot and open the heart. And just take a moment here. Settle in. Okay, bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Take the left hand to the hip. And then as you open the heart, we're just going to keep the front knee right over the front ankle. And we're going to open around that front leg. Stretch the right arm overhead, palm face down. This is partial Uttanasana prep. It's just a variation. On the next inhale, we're going to rise to warrior 2. Settle in. Strong legs, strong arms, but a very sweet heart. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Stretch the left arm overhead. And then we're back up to warrior 2 for 2. Right forearm down. Left arm overhead. And we're going to rise, warrior 2 for 3. Right forearm down, left arm overhead. We're going to rise, warrior 2 for 4. Right forearm to the right thigh, starting to burn. This is where the practice starts to happen. Rise, warrior 2 for 5. Hold it steady, strong, and step to plank pose. Okay, stage 1, plank pose, hands flat. Stage 2, plank pose on fingertips. Strong, but sweet. That's it. Downward facing dog, hands flat as you push back. There's that moment, you probably felt it in the warrior 2. It's just like the body's, burning. The mind starts to fixate on that burn, and it goes into a story. I can't do this. Like, why is he making me do this? Why does he, doing it like? You have a pause and play button. At any moment, you can switch the channel and learn how to garden. Step the left foot forward. I'm such an asshole sometimes. Turn the back heel down and flat. Come on to fingertips, open the chest. See, when you know you're an asshole sometimes and you own it, then you're not an asshole. They call that confident. Bring the left arm to the left thigh. I don't know where that's coming from. Right hand on the hip. Open the heart, open the chest. Stretch the right arm overhead, palm face down. Strong legs, warrior 2. Steady. Left forearm to the left thigh, right arm overhead. Warrior 2 for 2. That's the only one that makes sense. Left forearm down, right arm overhead. Rise, warrior 2 for 3. Left forearm down, right arm overhead. Warrior 2 for 4. Left forearm down, right arm overhead. Warrior 2 for 5. Strong arms, strong legs, very sweet heart. Good. And plank pose. Nice. Hands flat, stage 1. Stage 2 on fingertips. Open heart. We're going to lower very slow to the floor. Oh, yeah. You can stay on fingertips, point the toes back or hands flat. Just come into a very sweet cobra. Oh, feels good. Downward facing dog. Reset the hands as you push back. Ooh. Okay, let's do one more. Step the right foot forward. One more standing sequence. Turn the back heel down and flat. Take the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Take the left hand to the hip. Just open the chest. Now, once you straighten this front leg, if you can't touch the floor, just bring your hands onto your shins. Not a problem. But you want to use your legs pressing down to create buoyancy in the chest and heart. Okay. This next one, take the left arm straight up. Take a full breath here. And then we're going to fold the left hand to the floor in front of the right foot. Touch, and then on the inhale, open it up for 1. And then we're going to bring it in, touch, and open for 2. And I'm really trying to stretch my breath with the movement. Open it up, and touch for 4, I think. Open it up. And touch for 5. Last one, open it up. Oh, yeah. And downward facing dog. Wow, that felt really good. Okay, let's do the other side. Step the left foot forward, turn the back heel down and flat. Come onto fingertips just to check the alignment. Take the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Take the right hand to the hip, and then start to work the left leg straight. And once the left leg is straight, press through the legs. Take the right arm overhead. Take a full breath here. And then we're going to touch the floor. Ooh, this side's tight. On the inhale, full breath. And touch. Wow, that feels great. And up. And touch. And up. I think this is 3. And touch. And up for 4. And touch. Wow. And open. Keep the breath moving, but hold the pose. Nice plank pose. Hands flat, stage 1. Fingertips, stage 2. Open the chest, steady arms, steady legs, relaxed heart, sweet breath, and we lower. Yeah, even if your hand's flat, you want to take this slow. It's going to build strength, okay? Every time you do it, you get stronger. I'm going to put my hands flat on this one just to open the chest. Just moving the shoulders around, just checking tension. But ultimately, I want the heart open, shoulders back. Good. Reset the feet, push the hips back. Downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to do pigeon prep, but we're going to start with the left shin forward because I want to show something. Bring the left shin forward, right knee to the ground, and then come on to fingertips. Okay. So see how my hands, there's like a gap between the hands and the knee? That's what I want you to have, okay? So in a second, we're going to need that gap. So mind the gap. Those of you guys living in England, you'll appreciate that. Those of you guys who have been there and ridden the subway, you will also appreciate that. The rest of you guys, just stay in the pose. Okay, we're going to do a little fold here, okay? My left hand is staying steady and strong, and then I'm going to bring the right shoulder to the floor and just thread the right arm through, touch the shoulder, and come back up. Now when I come back up, I do a little opening movement with the breath, and then I thread it back through for 2. And we go up, and thread it 2 through for 3. That was hard to say. And we open, and we thread it through for 4. Open it up. Oh, that feels good. Thread it through for 5. Open for one last full breath. Oh, and release, downward facing dog. If that left hand of those hands on fingertips and that pose is difficult for you, you can just put the hand flat, it's no problem. Okay, let's do the other side. Right shin forward. And I'm just glancing back, making sure that my leg is going straight back, okay? Now again, we want that little space gap between the hand and the knee. On your fingertips, open your heart. And just take a round of breath here. Okay. Thread it through. Actually, let's open it just a little bit, then bring it through. Left shoulder to the floor. Wow, this one's tight. And open. And bring it through. And open. And bring it through for 3. And open. Yeah, it feels limited for me on this side. For 4. And through for 5. Last opening. And release. Woo. That one's tough. If your hips are tight, it's tough. If your shoulders are tight, it's tough. If it's open, you probably have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. So for this next one, we are going to, you can use the wall. We're going to go into a handstand, okay? And we're going to hold the handstand for a period of time. Now, what's absolutely key is that if you can't hold the handstand, you're going to use the wall. If you cannot get up to the wall, continue to kick, okay? Just kick until we bring it down, all right? So let's do it. I'm shooting for about a minute, but I don't have a clock around me, so I have no idea where the minute is. So we're just going to feel it out, all right? Let's see how close we can get. Okay, so move your mat to the wall if you need it, okay? If you're able to balance, shoot for the minute, balancing on your own. If you can't, again, just keep kicking it up, no problem. Downward facing dog. Step 1 foot forward. Lift one leg into the sky. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it up. Again, if you can't hold it, keep kicking. Do your best to keep it going though, okay? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! And release. Oh. That was great. Okay. So what's really wild about that is I had so much more energy. I could have gone for a longer time. As soon as I start to count backwards, like I'm almost there, as soon as my body goes, or my mind goes, we're almost there. All of a sudden, this other part of my brain goes, we're not going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it. We're not going to make it. What the fuck? Okay. All right, shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. Okay, let's do a little shoulder opener. That's quite intense on the muscles in the arms and shoulders. So let's just open that up a little bit. Okay, bring your forearms to the ground. And then we're going to turn the palms face up and bring the forearms together. Take the knees slightly behind the hips, and then we're going to shift the hips back. Very, very sweet, nice and easy. Check the neck, release the head as the final part. By the way, when I edit the video, I'm going to make sure that that was 1 minute. But now we'll never know, right? When you see it, we won't have a thing about time. So, anyway. All right, come forward to your forearms. Reset the hands. Okay, sit back on your knees just for a moment. Shake out the arms. Okay, and just pause. Okay, so now we're going to do Pinchamayurasana, a forearm balance. And again, if you need the wall, use the wall. And when you're using the wall, you want to get your fingertips pretty close to the wall so there's actually no space for you to fall, okay? So again, just do your best. We're going to hold this one again for close to a minute. I'm not sure exactly where we'll end up, but we'll do our best, okay? So I'm going to be here on my mat. If you're able to balance and hold it, rock it out. Go for it. If you're struggling, then please use the wall, okay? We don't want anybody to fall. And also, if you're unable to get up, please don't be discouraged. Keep trying for the minute. Just keep kicking. Even if you have to reduce your power a little bit, just keep going. Every single kick that you give, that you don't make it, you're getting stronger and you're getting closer, okay? Let's try it. Bring your forearms to the ground. Okay. And we want the shoulders directly above the elbows. Fingers pointing forward so the forearms are parallel. Lift the hips up. Walk the feet forward. And lightly kick it up. And I just stay looking between the space between my arms, but my neck is relaxed, okay? Squeeze the legs. Ten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing. Ooh, sit back on your heels. Let's do a little child's pose. Move the head around. Get the back of the neck free. Okay, and very sweetly start to rise. Woo, how you guys doing? Good? Okay, shake out the arms. Move the arms around. Shake it around, shake your body. Okay. When I'm doing, I'm creating different movements. So, because it looks good. Just checking to see if there's any muscle tension that is binding the range of motion. Okay. So, take a breath. Out through the mouth. And just release the tension. Okay, downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Downward facing dog, step the right foot forward. Place the left knee on the ground. Place the left hand flat. So see where my shoulder is? If I place my hand just slightly in front of the shoulder, this is underneath. This is slightly in front. That gives space to the whole left side of the body. We're going to go into rotation, turn to the right. Open the heart. Stage 1 is here. Stage 2, lift the back foot up. Take hold of the foot from the inside and open the chest. So when I'm holding the foot from the inside, it prevents my ankle from curving. And then I use the shoulder movement back to help facilitate that action. Chin in line with the chest and just open the throat. Okay, stage 1 is here. Stage 2, bring the left forearm to the ground, palms facing forward, just like the forearm balance. And then again, open the chest. For this one, my stance was a little short, so I'm just adjusting the front foot. Now, if you can, try to keep that front knee pulling in so it stays pointing forward. So we want to get a thigh stretch here, and that will help to take it a little bit deeper in the rectus femoris, the center quad muscle. Again, checking my neck, release the jaw, but keep the breath. And release. Whoa. And push it back. Step the left foot forward, place the right knee on the floor. Again, see my hand slightly in front of the shoulder, take the hand to the hip. Open the chest, open the heart. All right. After I did this, in my brain, I go, why'd you do that? I don't know. I just felt like doing it. Lift the back foot up. Take hold of the foot. Hold the foot. Open the heart. Yeah, feels good. And I'm using my hand to get a little bit more pressure on the foot towards the butt. Okay. Stage 1 is here. Stage 2, right forearm down. And see, I'm checking the elbow, making sure it's in front of the shoulder, and then open. Yeah, and I get quiet sometimes because I'm actually just feeling my body. Saying, oh, where's their tension? And when I realize the tension, I just hold, and I let time open. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it feels great. And release. Nice. I mean, mine was nice. All right. And release. I know I'm very humble, by the way. It's one of my better qualities. Don't worry, you'll get that later. Come onto your back. Do a little bridge pose, okay? Let's go old school with it. Arms at the side, shoulders back, heart open. Just do a quick glance to your feet. Make sure you can see, see the heels. So if the feet are too close, you won't be able to see them. You want the heels just in line with the hip joint again. Arms at the sides. Shoulders back. This lifts and opens the heart. The head, the back of the head pressing the floor to keep the front of the throat open. And the back of the spine supported, the cervical spine. Press your feet, lift the hips up. Move the shoulders a little bit closer together. Okay. And then again, tap into the power of the shoulders and arms. Use that to help you lift the hips. Press the heels down, strong heart. And release. Awesome. Check out the arms. Okay, we're going to do stage 2. In stage 2, we're going to interlace the hands behind the back once the hips are up, okay? So take your hands to your side, palms flat. Press the heels, press the shoulders, lift the hips. Take the hands back, interlace. I keep mine bent until I can get the shoulders back completely. Then start to work the arms straight, keeping the hands interlaced. Just holding the pose, checking in with the breath. And release. Shake it out. Nice and sweet. Take a pause. Close your eyes for a moment. Arms out to the side if you have space. Just let the breath move you. The breath is so sweet. So we're going to go into full back bend here in a second. Okay? And before we do something that is super, let's say, physically stressful, we want the mind and the heart to be in a calm, but also a safe place. Because the body's going to receive a signal that the body's in danger, but the body's not in danger. This is just yoga. Okay. Place the hands, open your eyes, place your hands right alongside your head. Okay, I'm just going to adjust my mic. Okay. Settle the shoulders back so the heart stays open. Lift the hips up. Come on to the top of the head just for a pause. Open the chest and then go up. As you press your feet, move the heart over the hands, and then press the legs and the arms straight. Strong breath. Got a couple more breaths. Come on, we got it. Strong legs. You got it. And release. Nice. Okay. Arms out to the side, close your eyes, and just relax the breath. When I finish a deep back bend, I close my eyes, and I could feel my inner body trembling. You know, it's the same tremble that you have sometimes when you wake up at nighttime, and you know your fears and anxieties visit you in the dark. And there's this inner trembling. It's the same feeling. Because the body doesn't really know the difference. So this is our time to practice and just send a message to the body and say, hey, every time we experience this, it's just a reaction and we're okay. And every time we tell ourselves that and we start to reprogram our response to the action. This is huge. Open your eyes. Place your hands. See, after all of that talking, I got you all inspired. You're ready for another one. Okay, this time we're going to do what's called a back bend push-up. Okay? So we're going to go for 5. We're going to go up, lower to touch the head. When we go back up, we're going to pump the heart open. Lower down, back up, pump the heart open, okay? And the last one, we're going to hold the heart space open and just do your best, okay? Place your hands. Take a breath. Lift the hips up. Come on to the top of your head. Open the chest and go up. Oh, lower down to touch. Up for 1. Lower down and touch, up for 2. Lower down and touch, up for 3. Lower down and touch, up for 4. Last one, touch, up, hold, stretch, 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 and release. Whoa. Close the eyes. Notice what the inner body is doing. Take a breath and send the message. It's the message that your body and your mind want and need to hear from your heart. I'm okay. I'm safe. It's all good. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Nice and sweet. When you bring the knees in, you can lift the hips off the floor slightly. And this just starts to reverse that really deep contraction of the lower back. Nice and sweet. Be sweet with it. Don't rush it. Take a couple of breaths. Release the feet to the floor. I'm going to just shift back on my mat so that I'm in the frame. Okay. So I'll do this in stages. Stage 1, left leg stays bent. Stage 2, and you can use a strap, you can use a towel, use whatever. I'm going to take yogi toe lock. So I'm just taking 2 fingers around the right big toe. And then I'm going to stretch the right leg straight. So if we're super tight, this knee can stay bent, it's okay. But over time, we're going to start to get the legs straight. Okay. This is stage 1. Stage 2, we're going to take this left leg and just stretch it forward. And I use my hand on my leg as a reference just to feel the direction of the thigh. I want the thigh and my foot pointing straight up, okay? So if it starts to rotate to the left, and it's just creating external rotation, we want it forward, straight up. A couple of more rounds of breath here. And every breath, I'm trying to create fullness in the breath as a way of sending signaling to my body as well. A full, calm breath, especially the exhale, it slows the body's nervous system down. Yeah, see? Now we're going to open the right leg to the right. And just to the best of your ability. And as I'm holding yoga, those of you guys who are more flexible, you can hold the outer edge of the foot as well. So my fingers, from being sweaty, were starting to slip. So I just adjust my grip so I have a little bit more power, but it requires more flexibility to do this, okay? Just do your best. Just hold it. Let the body open. Give it time. Give it what it needs. Job. Come back to center. Okay. We're going to take a small bend in the left knee to small bend in the right knee, cross the left hand over, and then we're going to go in a twist. Now notice when I go in a twist, see my bottom leg? It's pointing directly to the side. Okay, so that aligns the hips. Once the hips are aligned, then I can open the chest to the side. This right arm just stretches out, palm face up. Then if it's within my ability, I'm going to stretch this top leg straight into the hand. If that's super intense, you could just keep the knee bent and put your hand on your knee, just like this, okay? The foot can rest on the floor or some kind of bolster or block or something. A couple of sweet rounds of breath. Now here, even though I'm in a twist and I'm stretching, I'm actually communicating with the center of my chest. And I want to tune into what is the energy there. Is it gripping? Is it closing? Is it anxious? Is it stressed? And I create lightness there. All right. Bend the knee as you bring it around. Bend both knees, both feet flat on the floor. Okay, and then we're going to stage it in just like we did the other one, okay? So bring the left knee, bend the left knee, take yogi toe lock. Straighten the left leg. Okay, stage 1 is here. If you're struggling and you don't have a strap or anything, just grab your shin bone like this, totally cool. Okay, take yogi toe lock. Stage 2, stretch the right leg straight as best as you can. And we're just going to tap the breath. Tap, I mean, is tune into it. And for this one, close your eyes. I want you to feel something. So, with your eyes closed, you become more aware of how your body moves when you breathe. And what you start to realize is it's your whole breath, your whole body is participating in the fullness of breath. Because your body knows, hey, that breath, it's key to my survival. So I'm going to open to it. I'm going to move with it. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to be a part of it. Keep the breath fluid. Open the left leg to the left. For counterbalance, you can take the right hand out to the side. Good enough. Bring it back to center. Small bend in the knee to get the grip. We're going to create the rotation. Opa. Okay. I have a microphone on. Let me just adjust that. Okay. Turn to the hip, outer side of the hip. And then as we open the chest, left arm stretches out. And then stretch the top leg straight. If your eyes are open, close them again, or keep them closed. And then just move the breath. Let the stretch be secondary. The breath is primary. The breath goes where it just needs to go. Bend the left knee, bring it back to center. Bend both knees, feet flat on the floor. Okay. Bring your knees in towards your chest, and we're going to turn to our sides to lift to a seated position. Come into a cross-legged seated position. Turn your palms face up on your thighs, and connect your index finger and your thumb for Chin Mudra. So we're going to do a little pranayama work, a little breath work. And the key to this is finding a sense of fluidness to the breath. So we use the ujjayi sound of the breath, which sounds kind of like an ocean wave, in and out. But we use that sound so that we can identify if there's any muscular tension in the body. And if you have muscular tension, there will be little kind of grips on the breath. And we want to smooth that out. And the more focus, and every time we focus on the breath, the mind gets sharper into the subtleness and the sensitivity of the breath and the inner body as well, okay? And that's what we want to practice. So sit up tall, take your shoulders back, close your eyes. And this is going to be just a very simple, sweet exercise. Inhale for 5, exhale for 10, okay? So now my count won't exactly be 5 seconds. I will start to lengthen the 5 seconds just a little bit to help you stretch your own capacity by degrees. Okay, we do one cleansing breath. Take an inhale through the nose. And exhale through your mouth. Close your lips. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your nose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 5. 1. Exhale for 10. 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5. Out for 10. 3, 2, 1. In for 5. Out for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one for 5. Out for 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. On the inhale, take a free breath. Exhale through your mouth. Free breath in. Slow exhale out. We just sit in meditation for a few moments. And the meditation is very simply just being. When I say being, you're sitting internally in a way that you can just observe what is going on inside of you. You start to witness your most repetitive thoughts, your most repetitive emotions. But you're doing so from a sense of space, so that those thoughts and emotions are not immediately gripping you or pulling you. It's just checking it out. And every time you practice doing this, you get good at just observing your own reactions to things. And this is where transformation starts to happen. You start to move and be from a sense of space and freedom. This is big. This is a life skill. If you want to stay in meditation a bit longer, just hit pause. Otherwise, come into Shavasana. And we'll stay in Shavasana for a few moments. And again, if you need more time in Shavasana, you can hit pause and just continue when you're ready. As you lay your body out, turn your palms face up. Relax your arms and your legs. And allow your body to get heavy in a way that you feel supported by the ground underneath you. And in the same way you release your body, see if you can release your thoughts and the weight of your mind. So you practice being in a space of lightness, in a space of light. Begin to increase your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. Start to move your arms and your legs. Very sweetly bring your knees in towards your chest. Turn to your side and use your hands to lift you to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. And we finish the practice as we begin it by making connection to our heart, to our spirit, to our inner light. And every time we take a step in that direction, we get stronger. The connection gets stronger. And that immediately has an effect on our lives. Bow your head to your heart. Bring your hands to touch your forehead so your heart and mind are in communication. Bring your hands to touch your lips so that connection comes out in the world, in the way that you share, in the way that you communicate. Bring your hands back to your heart, the source. Namaste. Woo! Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'm very grateful and I'm so appreciative. Have an amazing week, a fabulous, fabulous day. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Take care. I love you so much wherever you are. Wow.